Today I'm going to do a video on things that you should not say if you're not African American. I decided before I did this video that I was also going to do a devotion on it because my strong point is writing, and I feel like in addition to being able to have this video to forward to someone, just in case somebody needs to print it out and give it to a coworker or something to continue a dialogue that already pre-existed. For instance, if you were speaking to a coworker and said, to a white coworker, a colleague or friend, and said this, what you said the other day really offended me, and you shouldn't say that as a white person. I feel like maybe you want to print this out and give it to them. So let's start. The first thing is N-word. You would think that it would be obvious that the N-word would be something that someone should not say, period. Rather, if you're African American or white, but especially white people, you already have privilege. We're not going to give you more privilege of saying N-word. You have enough, okay? So, for example, is if you're married to a black person or you're in a relationship with a black person, you still can't say the N-word. If you are, I wrote some notes down. So if you are a minority, period, Hispanic, Asian, whatever, just because you're in a minority, it doesn't give you the right to say the N-word. You cannot say the N-word at all. You grew up around black people. You're comfortable around black people. The black community is familiar to you. You still can't say the N-word. You have adopted a black child. No. You could adopt a whole house of black children. You still can't say the N-word. It's just the flow of the music. When you get to that part of the music, that part of the song where it says the N-word, don't say it. Pause. Don't say it. Well, if you guys don't want us to say it, why do we say it? Okay, that's a whole different video on a whole different day. But you can't say it. Regardless, you cannot say the N-word. Number two, making an announcement you have a black friend. Now this I had to write down because I needed to make sure that I explained this. Make an announcement without it being solicited that you have a black friend means this. An announcement screams, I need the approval and acceptance that I am not racist. I'm going to say it again. When you announce you have a black friend without anyone asking you about having a black friend, it screams, I need approval and acceptance that I am not racist. And what you don't know is the fact that you have announced it, we already know that you are racist. I do believe that there are some incidents that you have white people have to intentionally insert themselves in a black environment. For instance, the girl that was just on the red table with Jada Pinkett Smith, her daughter and her mom, I can't remember her name, but the one who's involved in a scandal with the university and her mom paying the university for her to be admitted, she needs to intentionally insert herself in the black community because this has to happen in order for her to have the full experience of her white understanding why white privilege is something that needs to be acknowledged in her life on a daily basis. So she needs to be intentional about it. And it's just, you don't need a scandal for that to happen. It could be anyone who really wants to be educated about black people in the black community and why black lives should matter and it doesn't matter, should intentionally insert yourself in that. That's fine. But outside of that, a relationship with a black person should happen organically and naturally. One of my best friends is white. It wasn't forced. I didn't go and search for her and say, I want a white friend. She didn't go and search for me and say she wants a black friend. We met in college. We were both goofballs laughing in class, and that's how we met. So a relationship with a black person should be organic. The third thing I wrote down is saying you don't see color. Okay, you may not be consciously lying, but you're lying. Some people are consciously lying about that, but you see color. Because when I walk into a room, when I went to almost all white high school and all white university, I saw white. When I'm in a room full of black people, I see a room full of black people. And I think sometimes white people say things, I don't see color, because, and I've even heard black people say it too, to be fair, I think you say that because you want people to believe and know that you're not racist. And you may authentically trying to demonstrate that you're not racist, but by saying that, it just sends the wrong message. I want you to see that I'm black. I want you to know that I'm black. Acknowledging me, acknowledging that I'm black starts the dialogue, starts the conversation, it starts the conversation. You are black. That's fine. It doesn't make you racist and it doesn't make you non-racist, but it makes you honest. Okay? So When I did work in a 9 to 5, I didn't have a choice but to notice that white people were there, because to be honest with you, there was black tax involved in the corporate environment. I've been in a corporate environment over 20 years. I no longer work a 9 to 5. I'm not in the 9 to 5 industry anymore, but when I did work there, I did notice white people, and noticing white people doesn't make me a racist. It makes me honest, but there was a clarity, a difference of how white people were treated and how I was treated. I am fortunate enough that I got promoted. I got my first position as a supervisor right out of college, and that's because a black person recommended me and gave me an opportunity. I'm just being honest. Yes, I went to the interview. I'm the one that killed the interview, but at the end of the day, the recommendation came from a black person. And after being a supervisor for a year, maybe 2 years, I got a call from a black man that extended that opportunity to me. I explained in one of my devotionals how he gave me a call and he said, when I thought about this position and who I wanted this position, who I can trust, you're the person. So I was the second person in that company, second African American woman that was in management. The first one was Joanna and the second one was me. So Tony Solomon, thank you for giving me that opportunity, because if it wasn't for a black man giving me that opportunity, I would have never been able to put operational manager on my resume. So yes, we do. I notice color. So if I notice color as a black person, you should notice color too as a white person. I noticed that a black man gave me an opportunity. Two black men gave me an opportunity to be in management. And when I'm in the office, I notice white women. I was friends with them, but they got treated better than me. And sometimes it had nothing to do with them because they didn't even realize the privilege that they do have until I pointed out to them and had a healthy conversation with them. And I'm not sure you understand because of your private life. So the fourth thing I wrote down is I am the least racist in a room. Okay, so I wrote what that means. When you say you are the least racist in a room, it's like saying I am the least alcoholic in a room. You are an alcoholic, but you're saying that means there are other alcoholics in this room that are worse off than me. So what you're saying is you are racist, but you know people that are more racist than you, that are more mean than you, that are more malice and vindictive than you. You're just borderline racist. So when you hear someone say, I am the least racist in the room, means that they know people that are more racist than them. So the next time you hear someone, if you are a white person and you hear another white person says, I'm the least racist in the room, I want you to show them this video or print my devotional out and give it to them and explain to them all that means is that you're the least racist. You know other people that's more racist than you. Okay? And the fifth thing that I wrote down is trying to talk black to connect with us and sound like us. The slang we use was created by us for us. It doesn't mean that you can't use it. If you want to organically use it, that's fine. If that's how you talk, you want to use it, use it. It's a free country. But don't use it for the purposes of connection to us. When you use it just to connect with us or just to sound like us, to seem like you're down with us, it screams, I'm trying hard and I'm thirsty. You look suspicious. What are you covering up? Why are you trying so hard? Try organically and naturally. Be yourself. Be organic. Have an organic, natural connection with the black community, with a black woman, with a black man, with a black child. The sixth thing I wrote down, which is the last thing, is things are so much better. Slavery is over. Get over it. Yes, slavery is over. I understand that. But there's still black tax. And what, black tax is when a black person has to work harder than a white person in the corporate world, in the entrepreneurship and everything. We have to work harder than you do. You have privilege. Yay for you, slavery is over. But not for us. And our black brothers, our black sisters, our black brothers, our black mothers, our black husbands are still being killed in the hands of a white person. Husbands, we have black husbands, we have black children, we have black sons and daughters. They're still being killed. I can't walk into a store. I have anxiety going to Walmart because I was accused of stealing and I ain't steal nothing. Now I walk into CVS a couple weeks ago and I almost literally had a panic attack because of my experience at Walmart, thinking that someone gonna accuse me of something. And I ain't take nothing. I don't know. Until this day, I don't understand why them people at Walmart thought I took something. Now they got me on this thing. I can't talk. What is this thing they got me on this which I forgot how you call it, but it's like where every Walmart when you walk in is facial recognition. Let me tell you something. That's a lawsuit waiting to happen. I manifest being a millionaire, but honey, I could be a little quicker with some attorneys. I'm just saying. I don't play that mess. I really don't. Try Jesus. Don't try me, honey. Anyways, so as I was saying is slavery is over, but look what I'm going through. I'm a black woman, a grown black woman, can't walk into Walmart without anxiety. Why? Because the minute I walk in, I'm getting followed. I'm being accused of something I didn't do. So yes, slavery is over, but I should be able to walk into a store without being accused of taking something. And I'm a grown woman. So I understand slavery, us getting over it, it's not about us, it's about you. You want to feel comfortable as a white person. You want this whole Black Lives Matter and racism and black tax to just go away because it makes you uncomfortable. Welcome to our world. We wake up black. I can't wake up and bleach my skin and not be black. No matter what I do, I'm black. So saying to get over it is for you, not for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a devotional. I'm going to put this in writing as well. And what I want you to do, please, if you have a white friend, forward this to her, forward this to him. And the bottom line is think before you speak. And if you don't understand the things that you shouldn't say or the things that you should say, watch this video, print out my devotion that I'm about to write right after this so you can understand the do's and your don'ts. The key is a conversation. The key is to be educated on how we feel. And I'm sure there's other stuff that I missed that I can talk about, but these are the only things that I can think about at the time. Okay, so you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope this helps out. Bye. Black lives don't matter, but they should matter.